U.S. President Donald Trump sounding optimistic about the trade relationship with China and praising Chinese President Xi Jinping.
So we have the kind of a relationship that I think is going to be very aggressively sustained. Yesterday, as you know, President Xi made a very good speech, and he said he's going to open up China. He's going to open it up, take down a lot of the trade barriers, maybe all of them, but take down a lot of trade barriers.
Trump's comments come after 2 weeks of mixed messages on trade from the White House. The administration has proposed tariffs on a total of $150 billion worth of Chinese goods. Some officials have suggested the proposed tariffs could be a bargaining ploy. Trump considers it negotiating.
We put a $50 billion tariff on, then we put a $100 billion tariff on. And you know, at a certain point, they run out of bullets. Remember what I said. When you're 500 billion down, you can't lose a trade war. And I won't call it a trade war, because it's really a trade negotiation.
In his speech at the Boao Forum, President Xi spoke in favor of globalization and free trade. On Thursday, China's Ministry of Commerce echoed that support of multilateralism while standing firm against the U.S.
China has always been a staunch supporter of multilateral trading system, resolutely opposing unilateralism and safeguarding the multilateral rules. At the same time, we will take any proper measures to resolutely fight back actions that infringe upon the rights and interests of China.
Where they identified those sectors of...
As Trump made his comments at the White House, business representatives were testifying before a congressional committee about U.S. tariffs, with some supporting the idea.
Withdrawing the threat of tariffs without achieving results would be tantamount to waving the white flag of trade surrender.
And others saying the new U.S. steel tariffs are actually hurting U.S. businesses, and more tariffs will have a negative impact on the U.S. economy.
The raw steel targeted with these tariffs makes up half the cost of our products. And our customers won't pay for a 4% increase. At least that's what they've told us. And our lack of new orders recently confirms it.
Tariffs should be a measure of last resort.
Adding to the mixed message out of Washington, President Trump has instructed his economic team to look into rejoining the Trans-Pacific Partnership, according to a Republican senator who attended a trade meeting at the White House. Trump campaigned against U.S. participation in TPP, a trade pact designed in part to blunt China's economic influence. He pulled the U.S. out of the deal shortly after being elected, but since then has said he would be open to rejoining if terms were more favorable to the U.S. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Washington.